Hello, everybody. I think we are good and clear and on air. I think that is the idea. Hopefully, that has worked out because
the counter hackers keep getting us.
Yeah.
We are ultra professional always, and everything works. We're just a little late. Okay, so I'm going to pass it on to Jess because I'm not the host here. But I have a problem with talking too much all the time.
You're fine. Welcome everyone to Nate's D Sofa. I'm Jess. I'm going to host. And today with me we have Blank and Games who will be helping me explain our Talsorians DLC of January called Hornet's Pharmacy. We're very excited to showcase this to you guys. And if you have any questions, of course, please put them in the chat where we can actually interact with you in real time, which sometimes we can't do during the game. So it's always a treat.
I gotta say that I am super stoked for this DLC.
There's a lot of good stuff in it.
Yeah, this is like a kind of a teaser a little bit, I think, of what's to come in Black Chrome this month. I think it drops this month.
I could see that, yeah.
If not this month, yeah, next.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked for it, especially if it has shit like this. This is cool stuff, so I'm really excited to talk about it.
Right.
Yeah.
On a completely derailed note of Black Chrome stuff, the cyber hand with the cyber fingers, I'm really excited for.
Right.
My problem is trying to pare down the fingers to what I can get.
Just the ones you want?
Yeah, I was going through the list and I'm like, I need too many that will fit on one hand. What do I do?
15 fingers per hand.
I mean, you can. You know, something I never considered that the anime has is they have a dude with 3 cyber eyes on one side of his face. And there's nothing technically in the rules saying you can't have more than 2.
Humanity lost.
Well, yeah, other than that. I think an eye is only a D6.
Yeah.
Yeah, HL, so.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
And if you needed the first one.
You got to pay for the HL for all the attachments as well, so, I mean, triple that, right? But it's still... So, long story short, I don't see why you couldn't get more fingers attached to one hand as well.
Well, I know on the hand in Chrome, it comes with an 8-fingered hand.
Oh, yeah.
So, and they have 16 types of fingers.
So you can get 2 8-fingered.
Really excited. There's a bunch of stuff in this DLC too that's really great, and I can see having a lot of use in not just our game, but like games in general. Definitely in our game though.
Our sound cut out for a moment. I apologize, everybody.
Oh no,
we don't.
It should be good now, I think.
Okay,
not where we're going.
Yeah,
that's all right. I derailed. It wasn't an important discussion about the DLC anyway.
Fair enough.
Playing the harpsichord.
I'm not deeps.
I think this is the no, that would help if I hit the right thing. There we go. You guys can get the DLC at our Talsorians website. If you just click their DLC page, do make sure that you've got the most recent version. I think Hornet's Pharmacy went through at least one revision.
I think it's on like
1.11
now. Yeah. So go by and make sure you do. But this one was actually written and designed by Cody Pondsmith as well as James Hyde.
So cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Cody Pondsmith, by the way, little bit of trivia. He designed The Witcher.
Really?
RPG.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Tabletop
That's cool.
RPG, yeah.
Which you can also get DLC on there.
Yeah, apparently when Cyberpunk, CD Projekt Red reached out, to Pondsmith about doing Cyberpunk, they wanted to do a Witcher tabletop RPG, and Cody was like just so stoked.
That's
That
amazing.
sounds
I
awesome.
was like, I got an idea, I'll pitch it in a little bit, and it worked. You know, forever learning all the lore and got something together. I really want to play Witcher. I just don't know much about it. Just to
Good.
put us on another
Fun.
tangent that
Jump
isn't
in,
relevant.
feet first. Let's go.
Sorry to derail you, but yeah.
No, that's fine. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It isn't, and correct me, I could be very wrong. Please do not take this as actual any sort of truth. Didn't Cody Pondsmith write the character Hornet in Fox?
I believe so.
Were those his creations?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
That's why he wrote this one.
Yep.
Which is really cool because the lore section, there's always lore and then the actual mechanics. In any DLC, the lore in this one is at the beginning, and it intros as you like entering Hornet's office and him talking to you with Fox being there, and it's like this super lavish train car, and you could just like plop that in your world like based off that blurb alone. It's
the book's art is awesome. The cover art,
yeah.
Sorry.
No. It is. So
Yeah,
if you
it is
need
awesome.
some sort of like fixer, and a new fixer in a different area, I don't know. Check out the lore. It's pretty great, and the art. What do I have next? I have a list. We're good. Right. Okay. So lore, and then it gets the first thing, I guess, probably the most exciting for most people, are the actual street drugs. New street drugs. Yeah, the new drugs that hit the street. There are 4 different types. And we're gonna talk about them, starting with Blank, who will tell you all about Six Gun.
Yes, Six Gun is 100 eddies a dose. This is the Netrunner's basically, I would say, prime tool outside of, a deck and virtuality.
Yeah,
good at it.
And the cybernetics that are required to operate both of them.
I mean,
but anyway, outside
watch our
of those.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
there's a net running video we just released today.
Oh yeah,
go
check that out. It's on youtube.com/@SavesVerseDeath. And you can look at it there. I did a small about 11-minute video just detailing kind of the key concepts behind net running, and then in the future I will also have probably I don't want to commit myself. An actual like net run. I'll guide you through a net run. And that'll be really cool, I think. And vacuuming. Oh, someone's seen it.
Great line.
I do love that line.
That was one of my favorites to write. Yeah. So go check that out. Six Gun. Six Gun is a street drug, costs 100 eddies a dose. Its primary effect lasts for 4 hours. Though while you're on it, your move and reflexes are reduced by 2. However, in return for that, while you're jacked into the net, that's why I say it's a net runner drug, you get a +2 speed, and unsafe jackouts, not caused by some program effect like if a giant like boots you, count as a safe jackout. So when you're booted from when you boot yourself from the system, you normally get hit by every ice that is active and on you on your way out with an unsafe jackout. But you can do that as a free action. So that's the bonus to it.
That's the trade-off, yeah.
But with this drug, you just get to go for free. Plus you get a +2 speed already, so you're already, super fast, sliding past black ice left and right. As an additional it's a cruel temptress is what this is. Once per turn, you can take 1 permanent humanity loss and gain 1 extra net action. So if you really need to get something done, you can fire that up every turn to get 1 extra net action and go nuts. That is the scariest part of this drug.
Yeah, because just to note, losing 1 point of humanity, you get 10 humanity points per empathy.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, you could go down and still stay at your empathy level.
It's not something you want to do often. No.
No.
This is like a Hail Mary.
Could.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Especially if you have high empathy, you know.
I do like that they've added that humanity loss thing as a mechanic, and you'll see that.
Well, yeah, I was
in a
talk
lot of
about
these
that
other
too.
drugs.
Yeah,
I think is a cool mechanic. Dangerous for you two.
Yeah, it's dangerous in general.
Spoilers, but y'all are cyber psycho. Anyway. I did want to talk about for a moment the secondary effect. So if you're familiar with Cyberpunk and its rules, each street drug has a secondary effect which only occurs if you fail a resist, torture, and drugs check. For this particular drug, the DV is 17, so you got to get an 18 or better on that check in order to avoid the secondary effect. And what happens if you fail? Well, first of all, you're addicted. That sucks, because now you got to have it every once in a while. And it costs 100 eddies a dose. It's not cheap. But while you're addicted, you get a -2 to your speed while you're jacked in. Unless you're on the drug. So, yeah. If you're not doing the drug and trying to net run, it sucks for you. So basically, you got to do this is downward spiral, man. That's how.
Yeah. You
Just
drugs.
be really good at resisting drugs, and you'll be fine. Moxie's words of wisdom.
That's true. I guess
the best you could in it, a 10, you would still have to roll a 7 on your die roll.
No,
10 for skill plus
10 plus
your
plus your
will.
Oh, you're right. If you had a high enough will and a high enough skill.
So 8 plus 10 is 18. You pass unless you roll a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
see?
even then
I know what my next build's gonna be.
Even then you still have a small chance of passing, even if you roll a 1.
Yeah.
So just get 10. That's easy.
There you go. You're fine.
You're fine. 10 plus 8.
It's definitely will. And you know who has
Will.
0 points in her resist drug torture?
So Don't do 6-gun.
Don't do
drugs, kids. Let's just
but if
make
you were gonna do drugs,
take
But if you were.
6-gun.
10 drugs.
Just kidding. Anyway, that's my favorite drug. Although I think all of these are fucking cool.
Yeah, they're all
really cool.
Neat.
I'm gonna pass it on to somebody else to talk about the next thing.
Me,
There
actually.
you go.
You could pass it back to me. I will say
Pass it back to
they're
you.
all actually have a DV 17 as their
There we go.
for all the drugs. So
For these drugs, I
for these
think
drugs, yeah. Sorry for
the
these
ones
the
in
ones
the
in the
book
DLC.
range
Are
from 13
lower,
to 15.
depending. Yeah.
These 4 street drugs that we're talking about all have the
DV
same
15.
DV to resist. So I'm going to talk about kind of anyone could use them. I'm going to say they're probably built mostly for solos. Is Berserker and Time Warp, both of which I believe cost, just double checking, 100 eddies each. Berserker, however, lasts for, you know what, Time Warp's easier. It only lasts for a minute, but it gives you +3 to your initiative roll.
Yep.
And if you've already gotten
If
into
you're already
initiative,
in
it will move
initiative.
you up by 3. Yeah, it still ups
Yep.
your score and you can move up in the thing. Which is really great if you need to get out fast and you're lower. Just hit that dose and book it. However, if you become addicted and you're not currently on Time Warp, any initiative rolls you make are at a -2 penalty while you're not on the drug. So
That's the thing about this drug. 1 minute isn't a long time. So it's like
No.
you really have to be, either take an action in the middle of combat or really like fucking know when thing's about to go down.
Yeah.
Or if you have like an auto injector.
But we'll be talking about that in a moment.
You're this way on my screen. Or
So
Not my screen.
for Berserker, which lasts for 10 minutes, which is significantly longer, as long as you're on the drug, you do not suffer any bonus damage from a critical injury. So that +5 does not
Bonus
exist,
damage does not happen.
which is nice.
So brutal.
Yeah. Any penalties you would suffer to your seriously or mortally wounded are halved. Any penalties for face downs are halved. And you do slightly become more aggressive while you're on it.
It is called Berserker.
It is. You just kind of become like a beast in battle.
Yeah.
So own it. If you fail the resist drug test, though, you do take 2 points of humanity loss. You become addicted, of course, if you weren't already before. And while you're addicted, your base death save penalty is permanently increased by 1.
Yeah. Brutal.
So, I mean, use with caution.
Just don't die.
Just don't die.
Don't get to the point where you're mortally
Berserker.
wounded.
Just don't die.
And if you're going to,
exactly.
Time warp.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you think you might, time warp.
There you go. Let's do the time warp again.
Games. Tell us about Primetime and then the awesome way that you can inject some of these.
I would love to. So I wanted to actually start by saying that like all of these are brutal as far as like the humanity loss and all that stuff goes, but Primetime is especially brutal.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it only costs 50 EB, so it's super affordable, which is awesome. And like it talks about it being used by like solos and stuff like that. I think like Rocker Boys have a better shot with this because it improves cool, and a lot of their skills are based in cool.
That's true.
So when you take the drug, it lasts for 4 hours. The user takes 4d6 humanity loss as soon as they take the dose. But they can't reduce their humanity below 0, so that's nice.
You can still be Cyber Psycho, though.
I would have.
I'm already Cyber
so much
Psycho.
earlier.
I presume it doesn't say explicitly, but I presume that also means your empathy is lowered.
Yeah,
temporarily.
I would think so.
Yeah.
But I think that like if this DLC was out earlier, Wraith would have been 0 a long time ago.
Maybe.
Especially with this history of drugs. But while you're doing it, your cool and will both increase by 2 points, which is awesome. Even though your will goes up, your health doesn't go up, which is fine. Because there's other like, it would be really good for a lot of skill checks. I think is the best time that you would use it.
Yeah.
Like
face downs.
Drug torture.
Yeah.
Face downs is the big thing I see.
Yeah, that too.
Yep. Speaking of resisting torture drugs, if you don't resist this and you do become addicted, you immediately take 1 humanity loss, and your cool is lowered by 2 points if you're not currently on the drug.
So you lose your cool more often.
Yeah. So yeah, no, this is a super double-edged sword. I could see.
Did we mention that you get that humanity back though when you go off the drug?
Oh, the 46?
The 46?
Yeah, you get the 46 back, but like during the time you are like not in good shape.
Yeah.
But then you like if you get addicted, you lose humanity also.
Just 1 though, not 46.
That's true. I guess unlike being a net runner and taking
just have that tempting thing to burn 1 humanity every single turn.
Were we going to talk about the additives next, or did you want me to talk about the auto injector?
I want you to talk about the auto injector, especially since things like time warp,
right?
Where
So with the auto injector, you can get a thing that you basically put 1 single dose of a drug into it, and it can.
You should make sure people know it's a cyberware option.
Yes,
this is an internal body cyberware option.
Mm-hmm. So it is internal, and you will have to get that changed every time you decide to use the dose. But basically, you store 1 dose inside of yourself that you can inject at will, which is great for applying these drugs in the heat of battle or when you need them. But otherwise, I could see this being a problem with like having to go in to get it refilled all the time.
I'm sure you
Well, I
could
think-
refill it yourself.
I'm sure you could refill it yourself.
I feel like it's a clinic visit.
I didn't get that feeling, but I guess that's up to your GM, whoever they are.
Right. But it's only 100 EBs, which is super affordable.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's the same.
D6 humanity loss.
Yeah, 1d6
Costs the
humanity
drug?
loss.
Mm-hmm. The cool thing, so it takes an action to inject that thing, generally. But I did we talk about the biomon?
No, because I was like, that's what I find like the coolest.
That's
about
what I
it.
find the coolest too. If you have a biomon, I think it's fashion wear actually, but
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Cybernetic.
It is.
Yeah, and
I was
don't
gonna get
think
one
it
from
costs
Boxy, and I was like,
think
how
it
much
costs-
is this gonna cost?
nothing.
Nothing.
And it's I think it's 100 actually, but it's very cool. Biomon is like a, I don't know, heads up display for real life. You know,
You can see like remaining health percentage.
yeah, pretty much. And so you can program this thing if you have a biomon to auto inject yourself with the street drug whenever you, I don't know, roll initiative or get into a specific wound state or
Yeah. You can have it just queued up
I
and
don't know.
ready, so it doesn't cost you any actions.
could work with your
And-
GM to see whatever trigger you want.
Right, and
Provided
because
it
it's
makes sense.
internal, the pat down's not going to find the injector. Or any of
Right,
that,
yeah.
So,
Yeah, that is creepy.
oh my
but yeah.
goodness.
So if you hear the word Delta, you say the word Delta, that time warp goes off, and you are gone.
Oh,
Right.
true. There you go.
I was actually thinking you could do some mooks and have them like that was force implanted in them with like poison. So if they ever
Oh.
like say the wrong thing, it
Nice.
injects into their system and kills them.
That's really
Oh,
cool,
that's
and also given the
interesting.
fact of what we've just gone through, terrifying for me now as a
I would
player.
never do
Thank
such
you.
a thing. Maybe.
Lies,
Probably not.
slander.
No, what's happened?
Guy
Drop
number
some-
1 has joined us, and I am gone.
Oh,
Hi, guy
Okay.
number 1.
games
What
will be
just
right back.
happened?
Please
The
hold.
laptop left.
Oh, I see.
That's fair. I mean, it's not, but I understand now.
But yeah, so like both
There you
those
go.
together, because like I see why we talked about them back to back, the drugs and the injector.
Yeah.
Those like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And we had talked about that. I had made a comment about an auto injector when we were making characters for the Christmas thing, and you're like, that's not a thing. And I'm like, I remember it being a thing. No,
It
it
is
was
a
in
thing
this
now.
DLC 1 month later.
Didn't have it for Christmas then, but I got it now. But yeah, no, there's some really cool drugs that you could just, put in whatever. Can you think like a solo on Berserker where it auto injects like if you get too seriously wounded, and then it's like, no, I just don't take those penalties. I'm not going to suffer any of the other effects or risk addiction, but if I'm down there, man, Hulk, you just Hulk rage, and you're like,
Right.
let's go.
Pretty much.
Built in kill switch.
Okay. Next we will talk about the compound additives, because these can make things a lot scarier.
Oh, okay.
So I will say there are 3 different types in this DLC that have been added. Note that all the effects of these individual compounds do not stack. So
Right.
you can't double up on any singular one.
I don't see why you couldn't use multiples though. Oh,
I don't either.
Yeah.
So yeah, like a delaying compound with a distilling compound. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
So to explain what those are, let's talk the delaying compound, which is super straightforward, as it's exactly what it says. It delays the effect of the poison or biotoxin either for up to a minute or an hour.
Which is
So
nice.
if you want that effect to go off, but you don't want to be there, or you want to take effect later for whatever, I feel like this is really good for like assassin stealth type things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's your getaway plan. You poison
Exactly.
the minister, and then you bounce.
And then you leave. Yeah.
Yep.
Or they have an hour until they're like exiting, and that's when they get really fucked up and not surrounded by their goons or something. So yeah. I like that. I'm like, ooh, this is many practical uses if we could ever make a plan ahead of time.
All of these have
there was once upon a time where you guys used to make plans ahead of time. I remember that very well.
And they never worked. It always went poorly.
work.
Nope. They worked once. Was the one time we made a plan it actually worked?
The one time you made a plan, it actually worked.
The other time,
vigil?
no, there was a time we made a plan and it didn't work.
Which time was that?
That was the time with the milk run. Because we pre-scoped the place out.
Yeah, but that was before. So that wasn't the catalyst for you stopping making plans, is what I'm just getting at.
No, that was not. Because the next plan, we did plan.
Losing humanity was the catalyst.
Did we
for
plan that one? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, delaying compound. Delay the thing by a minute or an hour. Up to you. Next, I think, is Blank with the distilling compound?
Sure,
Yeah.
the distilling compound's pretty cool. 100 eddies a dose, so pretty expensive. But if you mix it with a vial of poison or biotoxin, you increase the DV to resist said poison or biotoxin by 2. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So just jazz that thing up and hit Deva in the
face.
in the face.
In the face.
And Wraith, tell us about your additive compound or the additive compound you want to talk about. No, why Wraith? Why did I say Wraith Games? I'm sorry.
I didn't even catch it.
Yeah,
that's
right. Yeah, that's right. No, lately I've been reading Wraith and Games as my actual name when I'm reading things, and I'm like, it's weird that they wrote my name, and I'm like, oh wait, they didn't. All right, we're good.
That's not my name.
So I am doing Osmosis Compound, which is amazing because you can add it to any drug. It costs 50 EV, and then you apply the drug to something like a gun handle, a toothbrush, something like that, and for 1 hour it'll stay on there, and it'll apply the effects of the injection by absorbing it through the skin. So, like, yeah. You can even like apply poison to like the outside of a katana or something like that. And for 1 hour, it would be like injecting them with poison on top of hitting them with a katana, which is rad.
Yeah. Pretty useful.
Just know that it applies to the first meat surface that touches it. So if you're like, hey, does this work? You're going to get dosed.
This is
ruin
working.
it for everybody else. Yeah.
Or if, say, we put it on the handle for Dracul, who has 2 cyber arms and 2 cyber hands, is not going to do anything because there was no meat. Yeah.
But if he scratched his face or something afterwards, he's like has an itch. You like tickled his nose with a feather.
Yes, because I had time to do that. We got so close that we could just go.
I used my action to tickle him with a feather.
Oh, dude, you could put that on like the rim of a glass.
Now.
So the minute they drink from it, it's not actually in the liquid, but on the glass.
Yeah. I was thinking like you make like a gel with it and like put it inside mittens for like Berserk or something like that, where you like put your hands in your mittens and then Berserk out.
Easy D is rating with a party of 10.
Hey,
oh,
what's up,
thank
D?
you guys.
And
hey,
thank you, D.
Welcome in, everybody.
Woo! How was your
game? Bar raid.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's got the best bar.
And person cheering. Hikaru-chan. Hikaru one love. Yeah, thanks. Guys, welcome
in.
And gals.
We're talking about drugs.
I suppose... Do the street drugs count as biotoxins?
No. Biotoxin
right?
is a biotoxin.
Yeah. So you could not sadly put Berserk on the inside. Well, you could.
You could put Berserk on an arrow tip, though.
Can you?
Yeah. You could apply it to the surface of the arrow, the first meat it touches.
No,
that's what I'm saying. The osmosis compound's only with vial of poison or biotoxin, isn't it?
Yeah. It only says those 2 on it. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, it does say toxic cocktail.
Yeah.
Okay, Rue. I shall only call you Rue.
So yeah, those are the additive compounds, which are really, really cool. And then it moves. I think my favorite part though is the pharmaceuticals that they added, which are, and I wonder why.
Yeah. Why, Moxie? Why is that?
Why? Why? Because I've definitely stabbed someone with a sedative before. Maybe. Just a thought.
More than once.
That was gonna be my MO for a bit, and then it just. I remember you can't use a sedative to solve all your problems.
We tried.
Ooh, challenge accepted. And now it's just bullets and knives.
Hey, all good, D. You take care of you, man. Glad that you rated. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
No obligation to stay.
Yeah, means a lot.
Yep. Does. To any rater. If you have to go, you have to go. Thank you for popping in.
Exactly. Just thanks for coming.
So the sedative. So there's a sedative, and then there's I don't want to say truth serum, but it's like a truth serum. But the sedative is you can use it on unwilling target to drop them unconscious for a minute, up to a minute, unless they take damage or someone actually goes and makes an action to rouse them. Or if, and I feel like this is super important for pawns to like stockpile, just as a side hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the GM. They use the sedative on a willing target. It gives a +2 to surgery skill for medtech.
That's true.
So yeah. Side note. Also, by the way,
Especially
both of these pharmaceuticals
my homebrew
have to
surgery.
be
I'm sorry.
given by a medtech. Is all I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. The pharmaceuticals have to be applied by a medtech always.
Yep.
Which means we messed it up at one point, but who cares?
I know.
What?
That's fine.
Nothing.
Oh, you know.
What were you gonna say about homebrew surgery? What?
Oh, I was gonna say, because my homebrew surgery rules will come into effect next session, as they've been there from the beginning. You all have, now all the three of you,
3 of us, yeah.
Jess, Hades, and Wraith will have to have been through mortal surgery, which is interesting.
I like how Jess and Hades got their names, and I was just Wraith.
I say
Interchangeable at this point. Listen, you are the characters.
Oh no, that's not what I meant to do.
I have a point of order.
Yes.
Order
I'm
your
not
points.
allowed as a medtech to inject myself with drugs, am I?
Yes, you are. Absolutely.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought
That's
I
how you
wasn't
gave
allowed
yourself
to apply
speed heal, was it not?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then I was I was looking through the medtech rules earlier today, and I was like, I don't think I can use this on myself.
I've never seen anything contrary to that, but
Okay.
I'll double check.
We're good. No,
I would say you probably couldn't perform surgery on yourself, but I know someone who's done that, so
I've seen videos.
So apparently you can.
Well, I'm gonna say that you can't. Anyway,
I suppose it depends on what the surgery was.
Yeah, that's true. You can do your quick fixes or permanent fixes for your critical injury wounds or whatever you want to call them. So, and you can do that to yourself, unless it says otherwise, which it does for some of them, I think, but I can't remember.
That makes sense.
Which.
Right.
Yes, and then there's the other pharmaceutical called Veritas, which
this is Moxie's
Harry
drug.
Potter second half word.
Moxie's gonna go medtech because of this drug.
No, that's why she has a medtech friend.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, but do you?
I mean, right now she doesn't have any friends. Let's be honest.
True.
But when a dose of this is given by a medtech, they have to make a torture drug check of a DV-17, or I'm sure you can mix it with that distilling compound to make a DV19. Why not?
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? And the
There's
target's
nothing that says you can't.
placed. Oh, wait, no, because
Yeah, I
this is
don't
a
think you
pharmaceutical,
can.
not a vial, poison, or biotoxin.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
I don't know.
You know what? Ask your GM.
Your GM will
Yeah.
probably let you,
Uh,
unless he's me.
they might make you roll a check to see if you can actually blend the two, but hey, it's better than a no. But while they're in this hazy state, they have a -5 penalty to acting, concentration, conversation, deduction, human perception, and persuasion.
Pretty much
So-
anything that
Things I'm good
requires
at.
thought.
Yeah, thought
Yeah.
or acting and insight. So yeah, they can't tell what your intentions are, probably, and they can't lie to you, probably,
Probably.
or put together why you're asking these. So as an interrogation drug, fantastic.
Yep.
I bet I could still make it, even on that drug.
Maybe.
I believe in you.
Just
So
because
yeah,
you lucked
No,
up
go ahead.
on the one roll. Like
Yes.
normal.
So yeah, those are the two new pharmaceuticals, and I love them both so much.
They're so cool. I hope to God they have some more in Black Chrome, but I'm sure they're gonna have other cool shit even if they don't.
Yeah, I'm
I-
stoked either way.
There's like 170 items. I'm pretty sure we're getting some drugs and stuff.
I would imagine so.
I would imagine.
God, I'm so excited for that stupid source book. I want it so bad.
Last couple things
Hey.
on this list in this DLC, this wonderful DLC. Like, if I don't want to get close to administering any of these things, is there a drone I could use to do it for me?
Why, yes, Jess, there is a drone. It is called the Suzume Bachi assassin drone. It is quite a pricey item at 5,000 eddies. However, and this drone, it's Arasaka made, so it's sleek and cool as hell. It's about the size of a paperback book, and it comes in like an insectoid type shape, and it's equipped with a dart gun and an air hypo. Pretty cool. And this little thing can run around. I think by default it has an observation camera with low light, infrared, ultraviolet vision, so all spectrums it can see ya. Then it comes with a dart gun with 8 biotoxin arrows inside of it. And obviously the air hypo, which you can fill with your favorite street drug or whatever the fuck you want. Poison, biotoxin with a distilling compound. Yeah.
Or delaying.
The options
delay.
are finite, but plenty.
Man, could you imagine having the drone like shoot someone as they're getting into the car? The delay for like
Yeah.
An hour.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go. Yeah, that'd be cool.
depending on where they need to go.
Mhm.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah.
Dude, this drone is sick. Okay,
I
so
don't have.
we
I will.
have
We will
one?
never have 5,000 eddies to spend on a drone. Let's be honest.
No. I feel bad. Not really though.
No, you don't.
I don't.
We'll
feel
find
bad.
one somewhere. It'll be loot. Just you wait.
Scavenge for it.
You guys never fucking look for anything though.
We don't have time.
Yeah, we're always dying.
Yeah,
We're in
it's always
rehab.
we have to get.
That is
before
not my fault.
reinforcements get around.
All the time. Okay, maybe it is a little. But anyway, so as with most drones and security security measures, whatever,
Security?
security.
It would be
things.
countermeasures.
Sure. This has a default trigger. The default trigger is the face matches the loaded profile, and it attacks until the target is detected as cold on infrared or until it's out of ammunition, at which point it tries to delta as fast as possible. However, it's kind of slow. Stats are, it's got a 6 move, 7 stopping power, and 10 HP, so it's not the fastest little little thing, but you know,
It's not very big though, so
yeah,
Yeah.
it can fly ish. As with any kind of drone or security countermeasure, it's DV-17 actually. Electronics / security tech to counter. What else can I say about this thing? Oh yeah, the coolest thing that I saw, and this is same with all drones really. The area in which it can operate is within the perimeter of the building if it's attached to a stationary net architecture. However, if you get a portable net architecture, there's a 50-meter radius around that thing. So that's a giant area.
yeah, it is.
Dude.
Yeah.
Why don't we look into because we have no money. Never mind. Answer my
Uh-huh.
question.
Yeah. Why don't you
We
look
put the
into
punk
getting
in Cyberpunk, but then I mean poor. We don't fight the system. We just have no money.
Yeah, exactly. You want to fight the system, but you don't have any money to do it. So yeah, that portable net architecture thing is super sweet. Very obscure rule to find in the network book, the normal CPR book, but it's in there, and fucking goddamn it, Jesus. Whatever. It's in there, and it's super cool. I'm gonna fix my tech issue. I'll be right back. Pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah. So the last thing in the book that we haven't talked about, I'm going to talk about, is the Pursuit Security Inc. gas jet, which it's really, really cool. It is cyberware. It's for a cyber limb option, but it can hold 3 rounds, 3 vials of biotoxin or poison, which is because games, as you talked earlier about having an auto injector in like mooks or something, this kind of works the same way. It acts as a one-handed exotic shotgun, and you can just send those vials to your enemy and gas them,
which is awesome.
And because it's a cyber limb option, you can conceal it without a check. It's just you choose to conceal it, and it's done. I feel like that would have been super handy for our casino mission. You know what I mean?
That might have saved Cass.
It probably would have. Wait, let's see. It's 3 doses of a street drug or vials of poison or biotoxin.
So you can use drugs with that one, because the other ones say specifically you can't use. Well, they. Yes, I'm going to make Darkwing Duck and use that as my weapon.
Please.
Thank you, Patient Zero.
Yes. Can you imagine like hitting them with a drug that would be useless to them and hope they get, because you still take the negative effects, right, on a drug?
Yeah, you would. So you would dose them.
Yeah,
that would be neat.
Like imagine if you drugged them with six gun.
So
they can't move as fast. Exactly, like their speed's dropped.
That would be awesome. Like you see a whole bunch of like solos coming towards you and just hit them all with 6 gun.
Yeah, you're just like, you just go slower now.
I feel like I'd be a lot faster on the internet, but right now I'm useless.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, there's a lot in this DLC. It all related around, as the DLC title said, pharmacy, drugs and pharmaceuticals and whatnot. So very cool stuff, but like cyberware options, drone options, stuff to help with surgery, stuff to get you pumped in combat.
Well, like
it's
the
all
additives
there.
and everything. Like,
I love the additives.
Yeah.
Additives are cool.
I love the pharmacy. I love all of it. It's all so great, and it all.
Yeah, and I appreciate all the work they put into these DLC.
I know. To release them every month?
Ever since the game came out. And each one, like, granted they're not long, but they're well thought out. Like, they balance them against the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing we found has been breaking the system so far.
Yeah, well, we haven't put a lot of it to use, in fairness, but yeah, you're right.
I bet
even here sitting thinking about what we could do.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I'm interested to see how the rocket launcher pans out.
my pop-up rocket launcher.
Yeah, you guys have that rocket launcher.
You know what the problem is?
Yeah, what's the problem? Go with that first.
Yeah.
I have no points in using that thing.
It's
is
heavy
What do you
weapons.
need
on
to
its
use
best
it?
days.
Heavy weapons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got no. I'm the
Uh-huh.
wrong person to use that as well.
Y'all
Cool.
are.
Just remind me, you bought the compact launcher part.
Yeah.
Did Rex buy the rocket?
I
No,
don't
we
think
bought
anybody
one
else-
rocket with it.
Yeah, I think you guys paid for one rocket with it.
I
Yeah.
thought you had enough for the launcher, but not the rocket, and Rex paid for the rocket.
That may have happened.
That may be the case.
That seems like something that Wraith would do.
You guys are
Yeah.
such dicks to Rex.
No, because
No.
Moxie was like, I want this and I can't afford this. And so she asked Wraith, and Wraith did not have enough money. And Rex is like, okay, well, if it'll help for our mission, we'll use it. And
Oh,
he
no,
bought
you know
it.
what happened? You and
think.
I pooled our money together, and he was able to talk the guy down.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
So we
was that
didn't
what
have to borrow
happened?
money. We had to
Okay.
borrow his ability.
Okay.
yeah.
Did he fail that?
Oh
No.
no, he passed
succeeded
that
for us
one
and
really
failed
well.
for himself.
He failed for the sniper rifle
Yeah.
That's it.
that he was buying, that he uses all the time and misses all the time because
Well, and
sniper
that's the
rifle
thing.
range is like so far out there.
I know, you have to be like a mile away.
Yeah.
These books introduce all this neat stuff I want to use, but like, I have no reason to buy the umbrella, man. I want it.
I
but-
want the umbrella.
Everybody wants an umbrella.
I don't do enough with acid rain, and
But you do plenty.
It's because you don't roll it, thankfully.
I
It's the wrong
forget
time of year.
is the problem. And it's funny because I have a note, I have session notes. Every time it's at the top of them, it's like roll for the weather. And I forget every time.
You should put that as a redeem.
The weather can
Oh,
change.
Because
that's
you
a
could
good
limit it to like
idea.
once per stream or something.
No,
And just be like, roll
Because
the
we
weather.
could be like out camping or something and somebody roll and it's like acid rain.
Why would we be out camping?
I know us.
No, like,
You
I
never
know.
know.
My Wraith might be out camping.
You never know. You might be out camping.
But yeah, you should check out the DLC if you haven't. And the past month's DLC, we try to talk about them every month. So
Yeah.
First Thursday of the month, pending the actual release date.
Great.
Are we
Did you say
going to be
Monday?
going over Black Chrome?
Thursday.
Yeah, it's Thursday. I don't
Yeah.
know. I heard Monday. Anyway,
I think we'll be talking about some of the goodies in Black Chrome.
yeah,
once it comes
obviously
out.
we can't to cover the whole thing, but I think the coolest
We
stuff
could,
that we
Right.
think is the coolest.
just not in one sitting.
They already released the Gang Jazzler, so I don't know what else I have to to look forward to.
Oh,
That
you'll see.
app? The NCPD app that I want so
Oh,
badly.
true.
Just murder
Yeah,
people
it'll be
blatantly
nice
and then
to-
take a picture of them. Yep, that
I'll
was
collect
just
the
Not-
bounty on that.
I think this is what she would have done for like a couple of these people. Been like, is there? Yeah. Oh well.
I'm sure Dracul has some sort of.
I was wondering because I'm like, but he also possibly does not.
Perhaps.
Try not to be too
Y'all-
spoilery, just in case.
Yeah. Okay, I don't have anything else to talk about.
Do you know what the scares me though in this DLC too? Because as much as a
Hmm.
player, I'm like, oh, this would be really cool stuff. I'm also like, I don't want to be hit with any of this.
Yeah, I've thought of a lot of ways to mess up players with this
Yeah.
stuff, not so much help myself out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a scary thought.
I
It's a
just-
scary thought.
I don't install random bits of cyberware inside of my players ever, so it's fine.
Or have drones that might patrol randomly down the street. It's cool.
Also, when I was reviewing the recent episodes, I was like, thank God that Moxie's new lungs weren't disabled when they disabled her cyberware.
It's not a
they're
cyber lung, but
organic.
they're organic.
Oh, nice. You got the fancy ones.
I think if I recall correctly, Blake did that very sweetly. Just didn't want me to take humanity laws from having cyber lungs.
Yeah, I did do that. It was especially since you're so new to the system. I took it a little
Yeah.
easier on you.
Yeah.
A little.
Now
He had already
I
blown off your
definitely hit
hand
cyber
and-
lungs, and that would be tanked. But
Now we'll
God,
see.
can you imagine EMP taking out cyber lungs? That would be horrible.
Oh god, that would be brutal.
That'd be a bad way to go.
Yeah, that would.
Curious if you could get like insulation for that. Anyway, that's a different rabbit hole that we may or may not get into at some point.
On that note, though,
watch Saves vs. Death every
yeah.
Saturday at
For sure.
10 Eastern Time here on Twitch.
Yes.
Twitch.tv/SavesVersusDeath.
Including this Saturday for hopefully the outro of where we are.
Yeah, the shocking conclusion to
No, the very
conclusion
Jack
was
my
last
turn.
week. This is
conclusion
just
where
the
everything goes
outro.
well.
Yeah.
The wrap up where we get ponies and cake.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, ponies and cake.
Just
like hover bike reindeer, but ponies and cake.
guys are gonna go to a Scanity and plug in Darby's Castle Adventure. Just chill
entire
the whole time.
Darby's episode. Just switching which hat we're wearing.
Yeah.
I will say I'm very curious for Swag's reaction when Moxie walks back in.
That's true. I'm excited for Deeps and Checkers to have to shoot the BD. Remember the deal?
Oh my
that
God,
they
yes.
made? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, on Thursday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Their debut acting. Yeah, I thought about that the other day too. I'm like, ah, they have to be in a film.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, that's all we got.
That's all
for
we got.
Night City Sofa this week. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Raiders, for rating. And those of you who stopped in regularly, please remember to, if you make it and you enjoy Cyberpunk Red, come to our stream on Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern, where we will be continuing our characters' adventures in this interesting state that they are currently in. And sorry, go ahead, Games.
I was gonna say, if you guys ever have any questions you want us to answer here on Night City Sofa, you can also ask those over on the Discord, or we have some redeems to do so.
Yeah, you can.
So check out our Discord.
Yeah, come join
What's
our
up?
Discord. Come talk to us.
We
We're in
might
there
do
chatting
maybe
all
a
sorts of stuff.
AMA for cast and crew soon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I could see needing
'Cause
one
Bunch
after
of
this.
bunch of
crap went
stuff
down.
happened.
So, yeah. So if you have any questions for a character or a cast member,
Hit that
ask as
redeem.
well.
I did
Same cyber
nearly
chum,
cry
same
last
cyber chum.
episode.
I could see it on your face. You were so upset.
I got so sad.
I was so sad to see it. But at the same time, it happens.
Oh, for sure.
Cyberpunk.
Super stoked for Saturday.
Cyberpunk.
But until then, stay frosty, Chooms.
Adios.